Now is the time where we gather the youngest disciples among us for a time with our young disciples. And so if you are watching, young people, I invite you to know that this is the time just for you. And if you wouldn't put yourself in the young disciple category anymore, know that there is still a word for you here. We are spending a lot of time in our houses this week and in last week and in the coming weeks, and it made me think of a children's book that I have often read to my own children called If Jesus Came to My House. I'm hoping you'll be able to see and follow along. We're going to read this book together and use our imaginations to think about what would it be like if Jesus came to my house? What would I talk to Jesus about? What would I offer Jesus? What would we do together? What would it be like if Jesus came to my house? So this is by Joan G. Thomas, illustrated by Lori McElrath-Eslick. If Jesus came to my house. So, if Jesus came to my house and knocked upon the door, I'm sure I'd be more happy than I've ever been before. If Jesus came to my house, I'd like him best to be about the age that I am and about the height of me. I'd run downstairs to meet him. The door I'd open wide, and I would say to Jesus, "Oh, won't you come inside?" I'd offer him my rocking chair. It's such a comfy seat. And at the pleasant fireplace, he'd warm his little feet. My kitten and my puppy dog would sit beside his chair, and they would be as pleased as I at seeing Jesus there. Then I would put the kettle on and make a cup of tea, and we would be as happy and as friendly as can be. I'd show him all the places that are nicest in the house, the hole behind the stairs where I pretend that I'm a mouse, the little window up above where I can stand and see the people passing down below, and yet they can't see me. And then we'd play with all my toys, my nicest toys, of course, and he would have the longest ride upon my rocking horse. And with my bricks, I'd build for him a palace of his own, and he would be the little king and sit upon the throne. When we were done, we'd stack the toys all neatly on the shelf, but first I'd let him choose the best and keep them for himself. And when at last the day was done and shadows crossed the sky, I'd see him to the garden gate, and there we'd say goodbye. And he'd perhaps say thank you for a lovely afternoon. And I would say, I do so hope you'll come back very soon. And then he'd smile and wave goodbye, and so would end our day. But all the house would seem to smile because he'd been our way. Now, the flowers in my garden, Jesus may not pick himself, but someone else would like them upon their mantel shelf. So if I know of anyone who's old or ill or sad, I'll take them there for Jesus' sake to help make them glad. I still can share with Jesus the nicest of my toys by lending them or giving them to other girls and boys. And though he may not visit me as I have wished he would, yet even so Jesus will bless my house, for he is kind and good. I think it's wonderful to use our imaginations to think about how we would welcome Jesus into our house and how we would extend that welcome out of our house to other people. This is a great week to use our imaginations to think about how we can bless other people, whether it's with a card in the mail or a phone call or something left on a doorstep. There are so many ways we can bless other people. And so I encourage you to think of those things you can do and send us notes or reminders, text us or Facebook us of ways that you are blessing other people this week.